press start, but here we are. I'm attempting to adjust the camera. Welcome back. I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Okay, guys. Let's see if I can get you at a better. Is that better? Is it better? I don't know. I was trying to adjust it, and then it started. So here we are. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Welcome if you are new. Today I'm looking like a little, I feel like this is Little Miss Muppet. Like, actually, more like with the pink in this is more like, what do you call it? Strawberry shortcake. Do you guys remember that? I will age myself so quick, I don't even care. Do you guys remember this? Strawberry shortcake? Do you remember this? Like, why aren't we bringing back cool things? Why aren't we bringing back cool things like, like Rainbow Bright, like He-Man, like She-Ra, like, I don't know, how about the Care Bears, right? Like, what? I know they did like a lot of one-offs of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Heroes in the Half Shell. But why not have something like that brings a little more juice, like a little more excitement to the it's for the children. You know? When people are like, what did you grow up on? And I'm just like, dope stuff. You know, like we grew up on like the Goonies, you know, like Goonies, like legends, like Goonies never die, right? Like, you're going on the treasure hunt, you're gonna go, like, there's weird stuff, there's things happening, okay? I grew up on like this and like what, like, I don't know, but this is the type of energy, right? Of like, they always were making movies that had like a reason, right? Like a conclusion, an outcome, right? It was like a this is the reason why, you know, like we had like Captain Planet and like Better Things. Where is all of this? Where is this type of quality content? You know, like where's our homie, bro? Like, where's the new like Reading Rainbow, bro? Like, who's trying to do that? Like, what? Like, why are we having dumb things? Like, why are we getting our kids hooked on weird things instead of like being able to be, you know, like, I like where I live because I'm in a village, so like the kids are always out here, like they're playing, you know, like not all of them have school, so they're always like messing around, and I let them, like, I happily kind of let them. I just don't like when they blow off the guns and the fireworks and shit, like right in front of my window, obviously, or when they're being loud super early in the morning. But like, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like, they're playing, like they're fucking around, like they're going right there to the river, like they're trying to build kites, and they're like making things, you know, like, this is such an, yeah, hope for our generation, just like the song is saying. It's such a thing, right? Like, how do we take the good parts of the generation where we came from? How do we take the quality parts and teach those and keep those? And how do we let go of maybe the less, you know, I don't know, like, as we're rewriting the story, right? As we're the author and the artist and the judge and the jury, right? As we're writing all of this story, how do we tell a vision, right? Not the boob tube, right? But like, how would you tell a vision of your future, of your children's future, Also, like a cool thing is, how would you envision if you were in, like, for instance, a teenager's or a child's perspective, right? When you're from a child's perspective, they see things much different, right? As you're being in a different perspective, like imagining yourself again as like a 14-year-old or a 16-year-old, and you're like, why would I do this when global warming? And like, put yourself in these different positions, try a different lens to see the world from, if that makes sense. I love the music. The universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, Galactic Federation of Light. Ah! Sorry, guys. It's really stuck in here. All of our beautiful higher beings of high love and light and vibrational frequencies, we ask for your clarity and for your guidance, the highest possible timeline for all of those here. We thank thee for your presence and for your protection. Remember to prepare your sacred space before you're doing anything, before you're doing any type of divination, even if you're working with a pendulum or something like this. Still put something down. Put like a cloth, a scarf, like something. Put something down. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta turn this music down. 1 second. And today I'm just wearing something really old. This is a really old ribbed. This is kind of like a pirate style. A fat man wore it, so it got stretched out, but pink. That's why I said it's kind of like strawberry shortcake, right? It's kind of like strawberry shortcake. If you guys know who that is. If you guys know who that is, give me a shout. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me see. I want to see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So what were some of your influential shows that you guys grew up on? Or like that were like life-changing for you? Maybe you didn't really think about it, but like what was a good program or imprint, right? Because this is a lot of like, as I've been chilling and meditating and tapping into dream space and all this, a lot of what's coming through is like how we're choosing to, like whether we're choosing to like let AI create our literature and our things moving forward, or whether we're like actually creating, right? Whether we are doing the research and actually creating this new era, this new vision of this new era, right? KNEW, this new era, guys. So what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it look like if you have children? What does it look like for your children if you don't have children? What does it look like for nieces or nephews or other kids, or maybe you want to have kids, or I don't really know, but okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, never mind, you guys can't hear me. Okay, so what does it look like? Tell a vision, right? Maybe tell your vision. Start speaking your vision into your reality, right? What does your perfect thing look like? What does your perfect existence look like or feel like? And start speaking that into your reality. It helps. It really helps. Okay. So I was doing another reading here. So I'm going to pick these cards up. And we're going to see what they have to say. I don't think we'll use the Crow's Tarot. This is a different reading. So if you have a question, you're here. If you're in the collective, you don't necessarily have to ask your question. If you think about your question or you show up open to receiving information, then you will know what information is for you. You know, take what is for you, leave what is not for you. You will know what resonates for you because it will make sense to you. You don't have to make it make sense or try to put specific people or situations in a scenario maybe that they don't belong in. So I'm going to try to move you guys a little bit more here so you can see more of the table and the cards. I just like rearranged, I just set up a new, I feel like I have so much more space. I set up a new situation over here. I can show you maybe, guys. I found this box, and so I was able to put a bunch of cards. I have so many cards on my table. I have like over 20 something decks. So when I can actually like make extra space on the table but still have all the cards, it makes me super happy. And it's the little things. The little things that count. I don't know what the box was for though. I'm like, what is this for? Like fucking napkins, I think. So happy Wednesday. I just saw Mercury. Happy Wednesday, guys. The day of Mercury, the planet of communication. Oh, look, it popped back up again. Open communication. Get weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. If you have things that you need to say or do, and I don't know where you are in the world, I'm currently in Indonesia. Look at that at 12:12. So it is Wednesday at 5:33 p.m. I feel like I come in and do the readings like at a specific time in the afternoon, which I believe like around like 4 to 5-ish p.m. is like, so there's different hours in the day that belong to different planets. And once you start working with different planetary energy, like in your daily life, you'll see that it kind of changes, right? So Wednesdays is a great time to communicate. So if you need to talk about something, like whether it's just speaking to somebody or if there's something that needs to be said, if there's like some type of contract or deal or negotiation, something that needs to happen, Wednesdays are great days to make that happen. Okay, you guys. Mahavatar Babaji, I think. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Yeah, look at this. And he's coming out with this blue. And this is the throat chakra, right? This is about speaking up. Sometimes what you can do also, guys, is what I do when I feel certain chakras that are blocked. For instance, I have all of these blue stones here. I don't know, can you see? I have all of these like little blue stones and things like this. I like to do that. Sometimes you can wear blue. You can eat things sometimes. Like when I notice the lower chakras are more blocked, you can eat things that are specific colors. But yeah, I like my lapis. I have my lapis lazuli. Also, if you're having, and you can like sometimes like I'll lay down and I'll put it on the throat, right? Leave it there. Do some breathing, do some meditation, right? If you need a purple stone or a clear stone or something like this, put on your third eye. Work with the different energies of the crystals and the stones, they're telling me. You guys will be naturally drawn to specific crystals or stones, okay? That will be a thing that you'll know, okay? So there is different energies. There is different energies that can exist for different stones specifically. So if you're specifically trying to call in something, that's a thing. But if you're feeling like you need to feel connected to something or have something that's more grounding more often. They're telling me to go to a crystal or stone shop. Go to a stone shop. You should be able to feel out the type of energy or the stone or crystal, mineral, whatever that you need. Okay. So for some of you guys, you may need some crystals. You know, Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Look at, he has this blue one right here too. Whatever this is, it looks like lapis, right? Transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Okay, he has his third eye and the snake. This could be something, you guys, coming from the new moon. So we're going to be in the Gemini full moon, which will be tomorrow. So this could have been something that started maybe in, so from the Gemini full moon. So it's probably like around the end of June, something like this. So this is something that is probably coming to a conclusion. This is something that your soul is soul expansion and transcendence. So this is something, maybe you guys have been working on this, like it's something you've been moving through for the past 6 months, potentially. And you're like, when is it gonna give? When is it gonna give? Like, I'm tired of all this soul expansion and this transcendence and dancing with the universe. I feel like I'm getting my ass kicked by the universe. Yes, but it's good because whatever you guys started on that full moon in the Gemini full moon, which would have been sometime in June, the end of June, whatever started, right, this Lord Shiva, whatever started, right, the third eye, whatever that did has opened your third eye. So it's bringing more clarity. It's bringing more direction. It's shedding. See how this snake is like almost like light, like iridescent, looking like this light, like, and so it's like you're shedding something, but you're keeping the knowledge, right? So like the lesson, you're keeping the lesson. What I do see behind him also is his head is completely centered on top of what is the Sri Yantra. I can tell by this, okay, which is the balance. Okay, so for some of you guys, we've been working pretty hard, this Kundalini awakening. If you notice that normally Shiva and Shakti, when they come into balance, one will be half and the other will be the other half, right? This is the ultimate balance between the masculine and the feminine entity, energy, whatever. So this is what we're transcending in. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. As we dance, this dance, and we've been transcending through something the last 6 months, okay? Old karmic lessons, old trauma, undoing trauma bonds, undoing just karmic connections, whether that's people, places, things, food, situations, I don't know, whatever it is, you're gonna know. But yeah, this is something that has been, you've been in this soul expansion mode since then, okay? Since the new moon, right? Because the full moon is tomorrow. So the moon is really prominent energy in the third eye. So you've probably had some pretty intense, maybe Kundalini and third eye awakening for some of you guys. The throat chakra, you can be coming out and speaking this truth. And that's why I feel like, because see this snake here? And see how it's like light, but see how this light, I don't know if you guys can see this. See how the light is like literally like, it looks like it's coming from here, but it's like on his throat. So as you're transcending, right, as you're learning to balance, as we're learning to destroy, now Shiva is the destroyer, right? Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the preserver, Shiva is the destroyer. So as we're tearing down old structures, old thought patterns, old programming, right? That's basically what he's saying. We're transcending. We're letting go of some of these old things that weren't really serving us, and so we can balance the masculine and feminine, right? So I'm a lot of ego, right? There's been a lot of ego death. You see him. He looks very. You don't see him looking very like angry or upset. You don't see him looking very happy. You just see like, hello. You just see him in this base complacency, right? Like, I'm understanding, right? With all the lines going around the eyes and from the neck. So something that was awakened from this third eye also helped to open some type of throat chakra. And this could be like, it could be for you speaking truth. It could be also for some of you guys seeing others' truths, right? So now, for instance, like, I can't even, like, once somebody starts like trying to bullshit me or lie to me or something like this, like immediately, like I check out. Like I cannot do it anymore. You know, I'm just like, no, I can feel the intent, the energy, and ain't nobody got no timelines for that. Not me, at least. So that's what it is being able to see and speak out on that. Not be like, you know what, actually you're bullshit. You're full of shit. And that's what he's doing, right? Listen, my third eye is wide open. You may think these ones are blind, but that one is wide open. See the lines from it? And see, these ones are glowing in blue. So something that the third eye saw, it cannot unsee anymore. And it's speaking out about it. And it is in more of a destroying type mode, right? Because this is literally, this little triton or whatever is literally touching this throat chakra, right? And this one, soul expansion right here, the Sri Yantra. So this is about coming into this balance again with the masculine and feminine energies, because the Sri Yantra, that's exactly what the Sri Yantra is. Okay, the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Okay, for some of you guys, you can be trying to offer this, attempting to offer a cup of love. Some of you, look at that, 2222. Some of you guys may be coming into partnership, into union. You may have been offered this cup of love, or you may know that this offering is coming, okay? This is someone that brings you peace. They bring you steadiness. They are like an angel to you. When you see them or when you hear them, they feel or sound like an angel. Their voice, maybe when they sing, maybe just their energy or their frequency is going to feel very angelic. Yeah, like, see how the light is changing? It's going to feel very light, very peaceful, very angelic, okay? Yeah. Very angelic. Expect miracles. Remember, only love is real. Serapis Bay, ascension, move into your true self, rise above darkness. The light is here. Yeah, again, look. As you step into your higher self, as you step into your best human form, right? Hue is light. Man is being. So being of light. You are meant to shine. You are meant to be of the light. How do we find the light? Where's the light? Shine the brightest out of the shadows. Okay? So after you go in, you do your shadow dancing, you do your shadow work, or your dark night of the soul, or whatever that is, right? You can, then you transcend, right? It's like this masculine wound, right? It's the masculine saying that they're wounded, but really it's the feminine that they have been wounding for all of this time. And now their ego is like, well, we don't like how this feels, because now as we're coming into this balance, as they're feeling the duality and not the singularity of just their own ego and their own, what they are suffering or feeling or whatever, right? As they're actually experiencing, that's what they're experiencing, right? And that's just a reality. So Serapis Bay Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here, okay? For many of you guys, again, you can have very strong Egyptian roots, okay? And whether or not, and also there's a lot of blue, okay? So strong, like strong Syrian, Arcturian, Lyran, Lemurian, you know, all of these higher frequency beings, right? Blue is like this, that's probably why it's related to higher level spirituality, especially in the tarot. I wouldn't doubt it, right? Give me a second, guys. I feel like I could literally drink like liters and liters of water while channeling. It's crazy. Just their energy. So also like, no, drink more water. Drink more water. Yeah, some of you guys can have, it's also the bird tribe, very strong bird tribe I'm getting from, you guys, this is a bit too many. I'm getting strong bird tribe from here. So if you guys are hearing birds or seeing birds, meditate on it and on it. Okay, there is a lot of bird tribes. I see a lot of their ships and stuff. They're very ancient. Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. Every time that we speak up, every time that we use our voice, every time that we freely express ourselves, right? I put a post about this, and I know people just like hate all my memes that I post on my Instagram, but I don't care. Not everybody. Many people feel like it's medicine, but the point is that when you speak your truth, right? When you speak up, when you sing, when you do something that your ancestors fought to be able to do, that they were burned on the stake for, that they were persecuted for, or whatever, right? When you do something like that, it's like you help them get their angel wings. You help them. You clear the karma that was maybe theirs, that they received from something that they did. That's what we're here to do. If you're here right now, you're basically like, and you're like the black sheep of your family, like how do you know if you're a chosen one? How do you know if you're this super awesome light warrior being, like chosen 144? Most of the time, you're a black sheep. Most of the time, your family or your friends are going to disown you. Maybe multiple times in your lifetime, okay? Most of the chosen ones do not have family. Why? To make space, to learn those lessons, to seek out the actual soul family that's here to do the bigger work. And for many of you guys, you will have a lot of that soul family that is now coming in because we've collectively released a lot of this karma. So when you speak up, when you express yourself, when you just do something freely because you can, you know, think about all of your ancestors. Think about all the people. Like I'm in Indonesia, right? I'm in a Muslim predominant country where there's over 17,000 islands. I just happen to be on one of the islands that is predominantly Hindu, and I think it's like the only one. But the reality is what the point of what I'm saying is that like I like to dress up and express myself through my hair, my makeup, my color, my clothes, right? And back in the day, that was the only way that women were able to express themselves because they weren't allowed to make art. They weren't allowed to be in politics. They weren't allowed to have land. They weren't allowed, like, they're only just barely allowed to vote, like in the 70s or 80s. Like, all of this stuff is still, and so being in a country where I see women that aren't allowed to have a business, that aren't allowed to do this, that have to work the job, that have to have the husband or the brother or somebody that is watching them and taking care for them, right? That's allowing them to go. They're not allowed to go without them, right? Unless they're like going to work or doing whatever, you know, like it's like they're not allowed without men. So we're in this whole other world. And so that's why it's important that every time you are not flaunting your privilege, but expressing yourself and enjoying that to some extent, right? You're helping your ancestors clear their karma, get their angel wings. All right, guys. So, again, these Isis wings, but also purple energy. For some of you guys, there's very magician or wizard energy here as well. For some of you guys, you could like to study more of the occult. So move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Yeah, So for some of you guys, you could have belonged to a group or groups that you thought were connecting into your higher learning or spirituality, whatever like this. It could have also been a leader or somebody that you thought was a spiritual being, and you come to find out they're being manipulated. You know, like they're manipulating a whole fucking whatever. So move beyond the drama, right? Move beyond the drama. The purple is more of the third eye energy. That's what I was saying, is to put like the amethyst or whatever, like, let's see if I can put it here. Put amethyst like on your third eye, maybe, you know? Purple. So make room for good energy. Okay, as long as you're still entertaining all the same old energy, new energy cannot enter. Okay, energy never dies. It just transitions or transmutes, right? Only if we make it. Otherwise, it just stays and becomes problems generally within our body. Okay, so let the energy come or go as it needs to. Share your, Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Yeah, again, so sharing your gifts. So sharing your gifts. And Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So many of you guys, again, like if you're females, many of the females didn't have the ability to be in healthy, loving relationships, or they didn't have the ability to work for themselves or to own their own business or their properties or to stand up against things. Okay, so make sure that you're doing something that's acknowledging, right? Whether you're saying, ancestors, look, I'm doing this, or you're just like taking note and being like, yeah, I can do this. So I'm using my voice. I'm using my skills. I'm using my talent, right? Like they all had to go crazy, bust their ass, like climb both ways in the snow, uphill, no socks, one shoe, whatever the story was, right? Like whatever the story was, doesn't matter, but that's that. So in the end or beginning of the day, all that matters is you're recognizing and using your voice, right? And that's why all the ancestors are like, yay, yay, oh my God, yay. We're so excited because we were burned at the stake for this, right? Or we were persecuted for this, or we fought for our love, or we had our head chopped off, or whatever. You don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe some of you guys really like study your history. Some people do. So let us, what deck? Let's use the Goddess deck. It was calling to me earlier. So let's use this one. They just want me to smoke and smoke and smoke. And I told you like a couple weeks ago, I folded and got cigarettes, but thank God I want them, but Six of Cups, okay. Somebody, past life, soulmate, okay? You guys could have had some type of a disagreement or an argument of some sort. Maybe one person feels that it was unfair. Energy for the collective. Messages for the collective. Let me try to get over here. Okay, sorry, I have to sometimes, you guys, I have to move a lot because my hip. When I got in the accident, I broke my hip and my pelvis on the right side, so I move a lot. I reposition myself a lot. because of my leg. That's why you see me say, if you ever see me get up and you see all the pillows on my chair, it's not really, princess. It's because I need it. So someone is coming back, okay? Someone that walked away or said that they were done. Maybe you guys got in an argument. Someone is coming back, okay? For some of you guys, they can say that maybe they've been in contemplation. For some of you guys, I don't know that they have been in contemplation or not, okay? Because I see this in reverse. Okay. Chang-O. Contemplation, and then I saw the Seven of Cups. So they were looking at all their options. So so it's not like contemplating about you. It's like they've been weighing out their options. They've been weighing their pros and their cons, and now they're like, wait a second, maybe I thought for too long. I've been gone for quite some time. So, yeah, someone was over contemplating all of their options. They may come back and say, listen, I had this big transformation. I thought about everything. I had this big transformation, right? And I decided, you know, maybe I'm ready to make a commitment. Maybe before I was being a little bitch, Princess of Cups. I needed you to show me more love, but maybe they're ready. Where is the, hold on. I got to read about these. So this is the Goddess deck, which is very interesting. I don't use it that much because I didn't know where the booklet was, but since I made a whole little thing and I can have all the books up here, now I can actually see. So what is contemplation? Let's see what the contemplation says. While we're here, I guess this is what we're doing today. We're learning today. Did you guys learn 10 new things today? I hope. At least like 2 or 3. Okay, so contemplation, Chang-O, the Chinese moon goddess, was exiled to the moon because of her need to obtain divinity. With a white hare as her only companion, she spent much time alone contemplating life's mysteries. Okay. The need to go within to gain knowledge, to own one's divinity, withdraw, or better contemplate life. Reverse. Maybe over-distracted by the world, refusal to listen to intuition, no time to think or reflect. Okay, so this person definitely maybe was quick to judge. You guys maybe got in a fight because I saw the Five of Swords in reverse. They feel unfair. They feel like something didn't happen. And so now they're going to come back, okay? They're going to come back and say, listen, I was distracted. But they're going to say, I just had to think about everything. Really. That's what they're going to come back and try to say. I just had to think harder. I had to weigh my pros and cons. I had to make the best decision for myself. They weren't contemplating, okay? I mean, they might have been overthinking, but they were definitely not overthinking by themselves, okay? That's why it's upside down. Transformation. Ukimochi. After her death, the Japanese food goddess Ukimochi's body transformed to supply food to humanity. Her head turned into crows. Grain sprouted from her forehead. Rice plants sprouted from the goddess's belly, and so life was transformed from death. Transformations. The need to allow something to die in order to create room for the new, painful change that is necessary, creating life out of death. So this is the same card as death. So it could be Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy. Is this the moon? This might be the moon. Okay, so this could be Cancerian energy. 5 is tradition. So I believe that's the Hierophant. I believe that's the Hierophant. That's what it looks like, right? Kind of pulpy. Juno was honored as the patroness of marriage and other traditional rites of passage in women's lives. This Roman goddess was believed to watch and protect all women from their first breath to their last, following established social structures and traditions in love relationships. The desire for marriage or declaration of intentions for the sake of security. Okay. So for some of you guys, somebody could have walked away because they weren't also maybe ready to commit, okay? And they could have had like a very interesting spiritual awakening to where they have transformed, and now they're like, you know, I had this like death and rebirth, right? I had this transformational thing, and I'm ready to do like what I need to do, like tradition, whatever that is, right? Commitment, right? They're ready to commit to something. Something changed, and they're committed to this happiness, this contentment, okay? We have the 10 of Cups, okay? They know that it takes a lot of work. They know that it takes a lot of work, you know? They may be a little bit wounded from it, but they're still very passionate about this new beginning. Okay? Okay. So, tell me more. What is this coming back? What is this coming back? Where's the 8 of Cups in reverse, please? 7 of Cups. Okay, you can have more than one option that's actually coming back. Okay? Or in this person that returns, they could have a lot of options for you. They could bring you a lot of things. They could bring you a lot of gifts, you guys. You may just have nothing but choices. Yeah. They may have a lot of things. They may have been worried to approach you or about coming back because they may have thought that you had a lot of other options also. Okay. 8 of Wands. This is coming in quickly, returning quickly. This is also speaking. For some, it can be a message, a letter, a call. Okay. It can also be someone just actually coming back and saying, listen, they may have some, for some of you guys, this can be for a partnership. It can be for a marriage. For some of you guys, this can be like a business partnership. They could offer you different things, you know, like, do you want this? Do you want that? As part of an agreement. For some of you guys, you can be offered some type of job or position, okay? You may be getting a call or contacted by somebody, okay? This can also be people or businesses or places that you knew that walked away from you before, or maybe that turned their back on you, now are like, hey, we want to work with you, the Star. We've always wanted to work with you. They may be totally bullshitting you. We've always wanted to work with you. We thought your stuff was so great. Inanna. But really, they didn't. So know your value, okay? Know your value. And when they come in and they're asking you this, what do you want? Or they're giving you options, don't be afraid to ask for more options. To say, I want all of these things, okay? Let's see what Inanna has to say. Inanna. The Star, right? star, Inanna. Cloaked with the stars, Inanna, the great goddess of the Bronze Age, was honored with the title Queen of Heaven. Follow your dreams without fear. Don't be afraid to make them happen. Success, good fortune, creativity. Okay. For some of you guys, this person, this can also be an opportunity returning to you, okay? It can be in the form of a person. It can be in the form of a job or a situation, maybe a location. For some of you guys, yeah, like maybe you wished. Maybe there's multiple locations. This was coming up yesterday, okay? There can be travel, okay? So what is the contemplation then? You're getting, your dreams are coming true, collective. Six of Staffs. Why is this upside down? Nine of Cups. Princess of Swords, King of Staffs. Okay, for some of you guys, the reason why contemplation is actually upside down. Now see how it's interesting how when it's laid out, you guys can't really see it. When it's laid out more specifically, right? When it's laid out this way across, it's saying one story, right? As it comes down, as we clarify, the story is getting more clarified as to what is going on. So the reason why this person isn't thinking, okay, they're acting, the reason why they're not over contemplating, they have already thought about it, okay? They've already thought about it. They've already thought about it. They know. They're like, I'm not taking no for an answer, okay? Six of Wands. I'm going to be victorious. This is my dream fulfillment. So whether this is you and your dream, whether it's a dream person, a dream place, a dream job, a dream, whatever it is, okay, guys? Whatever it is. Okay. It's too hard for me to lean. It's too hard for me to lean that far. So whatever it is, okay. So whatever it is, it's your wish fulfillment, right? The wish fulfillment coming true, okay? And someone has been watching you, okay? They've been watching you, maybe stalking you, you know. They definitely have been trying to figure out how to make the proper move. This person is coming in with a lot of love and passion, okay? King of Staffs. This is going to be a very passionate connection, okay? Whether this is the energy of you fulfilling your dreams for your job or an actual physical person, like a partner or something that comes in, okay? But there is a lot of passion. So what is this transformation, this death and rebirth, please? This Ukamochi. Ukamochi. Okay, Five of Swords. So before there may have been some type of disagreement, okay? And someone may have lost, okay? This can be someone from your past. Okay. This can be someone from your past. For many of you guys, as you've healed and done a lot of this shadow work and integration and healing, like I said, if you are a light warrior, a starseed, an indigo, if you are a new era bringer, right? What you'll notice is that many of us have cut off different friends or families or different people like this, okay? So you don't see her being totally defeated. You just see her, it's like she's there by herself. It's like, damn, like, I cut all these people out, but like they had to, right? That was part of the transformation, is cutting out all the old, the words, the actions, the people, the places, all the things that were the same, right? The past patterning, right? Because Six of Cups, okay? So this can be family members. This can also be people from the past, right? See how there's 3 here and 3 here? See how there's not actually like children here or people meeting? Okay, so this is either like past life, generational. Okay, this is family maybe from now. Okay, for some, soul family. Like I said, soul family is coming into play because you've made the transformation, the death and the rebirth, right? And you said, you know what, I'm fighting for what I know is right. Okay, and so now you're not standing there like defeated. You've defeated everyone else, and that is the major transformation, that death moment, that death and rebirth, that scorpionic moment. Okay, because you've healed. Okay, for many of you guys, you've healed this past life trauma, these emotions. Okay, for many of you guys, you could have been over emotional. For some of you guys, you could have had anger issues or just over emotional. But I would definitely say a lot of this can have to do with family members. For some, it's people that you grew up with, okay? It can also have to do with just how you see home environment, what you see and what you feel as home. This can be changing, yeah. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of things that you may have built or created, even a lot of your structures or familiar ways, familiar, family, right? Traditions or ways or things like this that you were taught, things, especially now with the holidays and everything. Like, I'm super glad to be in a location like Indonesia because it helps me really a lot move through the holidays. Because like, if I was in America alone, like with my family being pieces of shit, like around, like, but not being around, you know, with all of the noise from all of the propaganda, like from just all of the marketing and all this stuff for the holiday, Christmas or Thanksgiving, like all of this, like I would not feel comfortable, you know, like I feel really good because we don't really celebrate. Like you'll see some stuff, holiday stuff, but because there's so many different religions, you're not just seeing this and it's not reminding. Okay, so for many of you guys, we're unlearning past patterns. Okay, for many of you guys, you could have actually I've been picking this up a lot, you could have actually called some people out on some shit that were trying to trade your life, take your energy, something like this. They could have taken some of your generational wealth also, and you could be getting that back. Justice. This is the reason why I say it, because justice follows this. Okay, for some, these people from the past, this family, whatever, you may have felt defeated by them before. Okay, but all of their hate and all of their picking and all of this stuff, I think, has transformed us, right? It's transformed us. We didn't care. We didn't need that. We didn't need to be with them. We didn't need that. But we'll happily take it back because it fucking belongs to us, right? Justice is here. Athena. Okay? Justice is the scales, right? This little... She's so cute. If you guys have ever seen Disney's The Monsters, Inc., this little girl looks just like Boo. It's so funny. I love it. It's cute. She sounds like her a lot too. Justice, Athena. Okay. Athena, often depicted with an owl as a symbol of enlightenment, the Greek goddess Athena's brilliance of reason was said to be as penetrating as her clear gray eyes. Skilled without equal in the art of battle, she gave just protection to those in need of the defense. The need to take a more detached viewpoint of a troublesome situation. Imagine yourself as wise as Athena. Are you being fair to yourself and those around you? The ability to defend oneself so that justice may be done. So, for some of you guys, defending yourself may have been cutting them off, may have been removing them, may have said, you know what, I don't care. I don't need this. It's not worth it to me, right? Justice. For some of you guys, there can be some judicial system stuff, okay? I was hearing earlier, court, someone is going to jail, someone is going to prison, someone maybe is getting out or being arrested, something like this. I had to do like a bunch of sage earlier. There was so much energy. Tara, beginnings. And that's why I say, right? These people from the past, right? That were fucking around, try to cut you out, right? Helped to create you to be this stronger individual now. And now you have all the backing from the ancestors and the ancestral wealth and whatever else. They are helping to retrieve it, okay? And Athena, justice, okay? She's not fucking around. For some of you guys, this may be a really big case. It may be in the news, on TV. It's going to be big, really big, okay? Tara, beginnings. 0. New beginnings. So this is like the Fool. Okay, beginnings. Tibetans believe that the goddess Tara has the power to heal all sorrows and grant all wishes. Tara is honored as the protectress against the many fears that block men and women from living in happiness and harmony. You don't say. Innocence, which protects. New beginnings, optimism, innocent, trust. Okay, so maybe when you were young, you were more trusting, okay? And your innocence, you became more jaded. You realized that this was not, didn't always get you where you needed to go, right? Maybe you were more naive or more gullible because you believed what all these people around you told you, because you wouldn't do something to somebody that you know, so it didn't make sense, right? I get this a lot. I have this lady, and we talk about this a lot. Just like when you're a different spiritual being, when you're a higher level spiritual being, like you don't even think of lying to somebody. You don't even think of like stealing or taking, or, you know, like it doesn't even cross your mind. Like your brain doesn't even process like that, because we're just not of that same frequency. It doesn't make sense to us, literally. I gotta take this down. It's in my eyes so much. So tradition. So with Juno, let's figure out what is this commitment. Easy. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Oh, interesting. So, the 4 of Pentacles is about holding on to something, okay? So, when this person commits, the people that are, this is for, okay? When this person comes in for this commitment, right? This tradition, right? To make this commitment, okay? They are going to hold on to it because they already understand what a missed opportunity feels like. And they're not going to let that happen again. That's why you don't see the cup being offered to her. It's sitting here. And what she's doing now is saying, listen, every time I start thinking about these old things from the past, I close my eyes and I meditate and I refresh myself. Okay? For many of you guys, they have manifested this missed opportunity into a new opportunity. Okay? For who this is for. Balance. Yamuna. So let's read about her. Read about her. This is what makes this deck special, right? Balance. Imana. The Santeria goddess of the ocean is often called upon to provide rain, water that brings forth life, and nurtures the earth like the waters of the womb. She symbolizes the divine balance between heaven and earth. Meanings: experiencing or seeking a dense sense of harmony and union, integration, moderation, balance between the spiritual, symbolized by water, and the physical, symbolized by earth or sand. Reversed. Oh, no, she wasn't reversed. So this is a bit like temperance. This is Yermaja. Okay, she is also coming from excuse me, coming from the sea, protecting sailors, passages, and stuff like this. I used to have a beautiful flag of her on my sailboat when I was captain. Okay, so this person is going to be balanced. They're going to offer you commitment and strength, physical, emotional, mental, okay? They offer balance. They offer many things, okay? King of Pentacles, stability, okay? Stability. They know your value. For some of you guys, you may know your value. Take it as it resonates. I'm just channeling. Love, Venus. Now again, this deck is very interesting because it can be self-love. Venus is here by herself. The way I will read this, though, literally, because this is Venus, okay, coming in after the King of Pentacles and balance, and the balance between the heavens and the earth, then I would say Venus is more like the lovers. Not love, but the lovers, okay? Created from the happy union of the sea and sky, Venus, the Roman goddess of love, has been described by many as the queen of pleasure and passion. Meanings: a renewed awareness of the nature of passionate love and what is needed to encourage it. Artistic creativity, sexuality, integration of the masculine and feminine. A new important relationship. Okay? So, this new person, or returning, I don't know, whatever, it's new. They're coming as new. Yeah. They don't want to fight. The Five of Staves in reverse, okay? They don't want to fight. Maybe you guys, maybe the last time you guys spoke or saw each other, you were in a fight. Something like this. Something happened. They don't want that to happen. They don't want the same thing to happen again, okay? Because we saw the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? So what could have been a disagreement or whatever, like for some of you guys, they may come in and say, hey, we understand your Isis, right? We understand your magic, and we're just going to listen to everything you say. For some of you guys, you can have sharper intuitions, feminine. You can have sharper intuition, some masculines as well. And they can know that it's better to trust than to question, right? Now we question things that we know that we should question, right? Like the system and structures and things like this. What we shouldn't question is our seer partners, girlfriend, whatever, right? Like, question something else. Question what's in your fucking food, not the person that predicts the future. You know, like, this is the energy. Okay, so the last time you may have seen this person could have been in Egypt. You guys may have practiced magic in different lifetimes. You may have learned magic together in Egypt, maybe beside Yeshua also. This is just very strong Egyptian. And for some of you guys, you may be initiates into mystery schools or something like this. For some of you guys, something that you may be starting may be helping you become an initiate into more mystery schools or something like this. Hello, Gaffs. Okay. But yes, what I'm picking up on is, so the Ten of Cups with the Magician. So they see you. Maybe you taught them magic. Maybe you were a teacher. Maybe you guys used to practice magic. You could have been like witches together, warlocks, wizards. Again, there's very strong Egyptian connection. So more about this Ten of Cups. But before it wasn't balanced, okay? Last time you guys saw each other, it was out of balance. For some of you guys, what could have been out of balance, it could have been something in the physical, okay? So this could have been like money, like how money was made, or somebody's job, okay? Could have been a thing. Could have been a problem, could have created a problem. Could have been part of why you guys broke up. Maybe someone didn't have enough money. Maybe they didn't like the job somebody was doing. Something like this. It could also be based on physical distance, physical space, physical looks, okay? Maybe they thought that you didn't look like somebody that was magic, and now they realize you are also. I'm picking up, okay? They feel stupid for that. Temptation. Nai loro kidal. Okay, this is my home slice. I be channeling Kadal constantly. So, temptation. Is this... Temptation, it's not the devil. Or is it? The devil? I'm not sure. Okay, temptation. Within the green waves of the Pacific Ocean resides the seductive mermaid goddess, which is interesting because she's said to be the South Seas. So why it's saying the Pacific Ocean? Again, I need to remake some new cards. Resides the seductive mermaid goddess, Nai Loro Kidal. Her powers reflect the temptation of illusion, of beauties which may be enslaving, of obsessions which control. Tempted by forces one cannot control, something deep within the psyche, the shadow, personified as temptation or addiction, sensual or sexual desires, gluttony or envy. Okay. So the situation here is the last time you guys were together, whether it was in this life or another lifetime, okay, take it as it resonates. This is soulmate, somebody coming in, okay? In a last life, or the last time you guys were together and it was out of balance, okay? One was magic and one was succumbed by temptation, right? Was manipulated by the illusion. Now, when you buy into illusions and you know they're illusions, like for instance, let's say you like to watch pornographic videos, something like this. Are you feeding into that, right? That's a temptation. It's a temptation. It's a temptation. Just like, you know, lying about messaging somebody or meeting somebody or fucking somebody or whatever, right? Or addictions or whatever. Somebody, okay, I'm going to say probably the masculine, because this temptation falls right between the king and the balance of the masculine and feminine. So I'm going to say probably that. Yeah. A female, a Jezebel, a female fire sign could be prominent. Does not have to be a fire sign. This is basically showing that somebody that can be using their passion, okay, somebody that thought that they were higher up when really they weren't that high up because they're letting their passion or their addictions control them. So this can be a whore or a slut. It can also be a fucking junkie. It can be a bag whore as much as a sloppy whore, okay? It can be both, probably a little of all. But the reality is that's what happened, okay? They were succumbed by temptation, and the Queen of Swords, she said, abso-fucking-lutely not. Off with the head. She said that shit is not okay. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Okay? She wants love, commitment. Now, if you look here, I don't know if I can show you guys. Yeah, I can kind of show you guys. If you look here, can you see? He is staring at her and she is staring at him. if I can just kind of pick them up and show you guys. She's like, listen, buddy. And he's like, but I want to come and bring you love. And she was like, let's see. Okay? So for many of you guys, this person that's coming in to offer love, I'm not saying don't receive the love. Okay? Definitely receive the love. Be open and receptive to receiving the love. Number one. Okay? Be open. Okay? If this person's coming in a loving way, be open to receiving the love. Number one. But you need to be aware, okay? Be aware of their words and their actions. Are their words mismatching their actions? And this could have been part of the major problem, okay? People like to over promise and under deliver, and this shit is just exhausting for anybody. I don't care who you are. Yeah, 3 of Staffs. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening, okay? Waiting and waiting and waiting. They were waiting and waiting and waiting for their ships to come in. Waiting. Kept saying, but I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna in there. And feminine is like, nah, bro. I'm done waiting. She's made her decision. I'm done waiting. I know what I want. So if you ain't here to go towards the same things, to fuck out. Like, nah. So tell us about this 9 of Staffs. What is this 9 of Staffs, please, and thank you. Yeah. King of Swords in reverse. This masculine is like, didn't take action because they're busy saying, but I'm sad, I'm wounded. But you didn't take action. You made decisions on something that you shouldn't have because he's in reverse. So the King of Swords upright is like, I know what I want. I'm clear. I'm concise. So this is someone that's like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing, and that's why all this bad stuff happened. So this is somebody that is either trying to play the victim or the wounded warrior. And their premises of saying that this is the reason why it's happening is over money or needing money or something changing, having to work harder to earn this money. Okay, so we have fortune. So for some of you guys, what happened also is the one that didn't take the action, okay? That's sitting here being like, blah, 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 I'm the wounded warrior, okay? Someone didn't take action. And now the fortune, Lakshmi, is coming in. But I don't think this is to, let's see. This is Vishnu, I believe. Associated with the Hindu goddess of fortune and prosperity, Lakshmi is believed to be attracted to sparkling jewels, which are like the riches she bestows upon her favorite worshippers. The generosity of the universe, the ability to be open to abundance, positive expectations, awareness of beauty and love. Okay, so actually, let me that's why I'm reading it, because they mean different things. So here's actually how I'm seeing it, okay? This masculine actually said, you know what? I'm going to do all the work that needs. I'm going to be out here. I'm going to be the wounded warrior, but I'm going to do it, okay? I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to take action, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be quiet, right? I'm going to observe, and I'm just going to do the work, okay? I'm going to do the work. I'm going to put in the work, okay? Because I know if I put in the work and I stop freaking out or responding to other people's bullshit or responding to being wounded and just saying, I'm just putting in the work because I'm going to get the return, right? That's when the universe blesses with the fortune, right? And why do I say that this person put in the work? because I see an 8 of Pentacles with a 10 of Staffs, okay? So there is a lot of work that went in, okay? This is like someone learned how to do something. They were apprenticing. They put a lot of work, a lot of passion, okay? And that's why, because they studied their passion, because they went farther on their passion, okay? Maybe they're feeling a little bit beat up because they didn't take action or run towards the feminine, but they instead did their work, okay? That is going to get the reward. That is going to get the reward. So they go from, it's like the hard work is paying off, yeah. Power. It may be giving some of you guys more power, okay? It may be providing more power to actually work. You guys may find what you've been putting your effort or your energy into is actually beginning to pay off, or will start paying off, essentially, is the idea, I guess. Freya the Norse, I have to look this up in the light. Freya the Norse goddess of creativity, love, and beauty shows true power lies in the ability to discriminate between aggression and passivity, the ability to choose between them at the right time, the ability to use power wisely, awareness of one's power, the ability to lead and inspire others, knowledge of how to work the system. Okay, so the reason why we were seeing the King of Swords in reverse here is, instead of being so stuck on him knowing that this is how I want it and this is how it's going to be, instead of trying to be in super control, he said, okay, I'm going to trust the universe. Okay, I'm going to do the work as this wounded warrior. And after he did the work and learned and did all that stuff, it's given him the power. And now he has this extra power, which is kind of like strength or something, right? Coming in, right? And this energy of strength is really coming in for him now. Okay. And so tell us about this Ace of Staffs. Fertility. This is the Empress. For many, they can have a very intense sexual desire, okay? For some of you guys, you may have had children, you may want to have children, or you may be, you may be trying to produce children. Queen of Staffs, yeah. They see you as this very passionate, loving. They want to have it. They're like, there's so much passion here. There is literally so much passion here. Yeah. This may have been someone, this may be a surprise. This may have been someone you worked with before. If not, they love your passion and they want to work with you. Okay, they want to build they see you able to birth and to build, like your passion is, like, they want to support that. Okay, 6 of Swords. For some of you guys, you can be getting a job or getting a job offer or getting to travel, getting something that is going somewhere, taking you somewhere. Many of you guys, it can be to Egypt or somewhere else like this. Okay. Tell us about this 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. They want to work it out. They want to help you work it out. Ace of Pentacles, okay? They want to start new with you. Okay, for some of you guys, someone can be coming in saying, I want to start new. I realized before I wasn't whatever. You made a man out of me. I transformed, and now I see you as everything, right? I'm not coming in as this in and out, like, quick lover, okay? But they are very extremely sexually and emotionally attracted and charged by you, by feminine, okay? Yeah. And for some of you guys, they could watch you. They may have pictures of you. They may stare at pictures of you all the time, okay? They are, like, secretly watching you, but also not, you know, like, for For some of you, they may have been, you may have been their wish or their dream. They may be coming to you. For some of you guys, they may say that they're on their way to you, but they may actually be closer and have been watching you. They may have watched you like leave somebody else, or somebody else leave you, something like this. And it's been hurting their heart. They wanted to give you time to heal that. That can be for the masculine or the feminine, yeah. For some of you guys, you could have been in past relationships where these people, these third parties, it could have been friends, it could have been family, it could have been addictions, it could have been other things like this, caused a lot of turmoil, problems, trouble, something like this. And you guys are moving past that. You guys are moving past that, okay? You have the Four of Wands. You're now coming together in union in this very beautiful celebration, right? This is definitely divine feminine, divine masculine, yeah. The World and the Two of Cups, okay? This person could be existing on another side of the world. They could want to take you around the world. You could mean the world to them, okay? For some of you guys will be traveling or touring the world. This may mean also a different location. You could have a different house or a different place, okay? Yeah, stability at a different place in the world. Maybe multiple places in the world, okay? But they want to take you somewhere. They see you, yeah. They want to take you somewhere. There was time. There needed to be time to transform, to heal, to rebirth, okay? They don't want to feel, yeah. They didn't want to feel, they wanted the heart to heal. They didn't want to feel like a rebound. And whether that is like they were a decision that you had to make because someone was lonely, or because someone was rebounding, or because someone was all of a sudden missing you, you know, because you can't stop thinking about them. Like, they didn't want it to be like that. They didn't want to feel like it was oppression. They wanted to feel like it's real true love, you know? So they wanted to create that time or that space, yeah, for the heart to heal. They have been watching you. This may be somebody that you've known for quite some time. They are obsessed. You may, they may follow you. Again, it may be somebody you work with. It may be somebody that follows you on some type of social media. And they just think you are everything, right? They want to give you whatever you want, okay? They don't necessarily, it's like they love you, but they don't necessarily like want you to give them something. Like, they feel like you've already given them so much, right? Like, they feel like asking you to give them anything would be like unreciprocal at this time, right? They're like, please, knight me, king me, whatever. They see you as this very, they see you as this everything, right? So let's read the World first. Gaia, right? They see you as birthing this new world, creating all these beautiful things together. In ancient Greece, the earth was personified as Gaia, a goddess who existed before all life and created all life. The story of Gaia reminds us of the interconnection of all of the world and the importance of living in harmony with her resources. Experiencing connection with the universe, a sense of expansion and hope, and awareness of fragile ecological balance, travel, and communication. So for some of you guys, you can be having, you guys may come together over wanting to Captain Planet, like save the world, hello. You may be wanting to come together over traveling the world or creating new initiatives to help save or heal the world, right? Like, that's what this is saying, right? Ecological balance, okay? Travel and communications. You could be helping communications or healing different things, part of the world coming through. And then Judgment was right before this, okay? So Judgment, Guinevere, the Welsh First Lady of the Islands and Sea, is believed to have existed as long as there was
surf to pond against rocky shore. Praised for her judgment and wisdom, it was believed that no man could rule Wales without her by his side. Meaning, time for a major and necessary change in life, often welcome but frightening because of its magnitude. Confidence in this change. Okay, so what I see here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what I see here is that this masculine, this divine masculine, is like, I thought that I was good all by myself, but now I understand, like, I am nothing without you. And look at, he's like humbly, like on his knees, praying, like in prayer, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And so what I'm feeling is that this masculine, so this real masculine, a divine masculine, is not going to come up and ask any woman, what do you bring to the table, right? That's why you see the Six of Pentacles in reverse. A divine masculine is not going to ask any goddess, any feminine, anything like this, what she brings to the table. He's not going to ask her to provide anything because he knows that her knowledge, that having her by his side to rule, that there is nothing without, right? One side, two sides of the same coin, right? And left. One side, the other side. So it's like one wing, the other wing, right? So this is why I don't do politics and all this other stuff. It's like, what do we really need? We're all on the same team. We're all in the same race, human race, okay? So how do we figure out how to work together? And so this masculine is like, listen, it took a lot of ego death for him to be like, fuck, I cannot do anything without feminine. And he also can't ask feminine for anything, somehow. Why? Because she provides everything. Because he can't receive anything without her. Also, he could have betrayed her. Ten of Swords. Or he could have sat by while he let others betray. He may have talked a lot of shit. He talked a lot of shit. Yeah, they talked a lot of shit. Ten of Swords again, you guys. They talked a lot of fucking shit. They, with a lot of people, okay? Ten of Swords, okay? They, and it popped out twice. Not once, but fucking twice, you guys. This person talked a lot of shit. That's why they're afraid of the judgment. They talked a lot of shit on feminine. They tried to make her maybe sound crazy or this or that. Yeah. When really she's just actually intuitive. Psychic. She can know and feel and see everything. And they're like, shit. Now they're looking kind of dumb. That's why they have no other way than to be on their knees begging her to release them. Yeah, they are in mental torture. This could be a large portion of why the delay. Yeah. It's going to take, it's not just an ego death for them. It's like strength, like for feminine to be with masculine after all of the shit that they talked. I mean, they literally, like, the Ten of Swords popped out upright, flew out 2 times. So, and then followed by strength, okay? What this tells me, and he's here begging on his knees, please, 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 don't chop my fucking head off. I love you. You mean the world to me. I love you. I want to give you everything. And, okay. Okay, guys, I don't know what all you said, but with strength coming up behind, they know that, oh yeah, let's read. Let's read. It gives us more information. They know that over time, feminine is going to hear. She's going to hear and hear and hear, and it's going to be strength that is going to have to keep building over time, okay? Oh yeah, wait, you guys have to give me a second. First I have to move this up so I stop. Number one, I gotta stop being like this. Number two, I need to close this window because the mosquitoes are killing me. Come on. And let the cat in, apparently. And let the baby cut it. And okay, guys. So, oh yeah, strength. Oh yeah, oi, oi. Oh yeah, strength. The Yoruba, Jamaica, like that. Is that what this is? Yoruba? Hold on. Let me sit my ass down. Do you guys know? Yoruba. Yoruba? I don't know. So, the Yoruba goddess of the Niger River is considered a patroness of female leadership and strength. Because of this, woman will often ask for her right words to gain power. The strength to create peace between opposing forces. These forces may be inside you or personified in a situation. Tame them. You have the strength. Okay, so for some of you guys, what you need to know is for many of you guys, if you are intuitive or clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, any of these things, this is why they're saying the strength, right? Because what we see, what we hear, what we perceive is creating a lot of our reality. So as you hear, like, there may be a lot of people trying to put a lot of bad shit in your head about, like, maybe what masculine did or this or that, okay? And you guys need to be very clear with each other. You need to be very clear and have clear, open communication and honesty and trust with each other. So when you do start, what they're saying is when you do start to feel these things, know that it's just a thought, right? Energy and motion. Emotion is energy and motion. So it's just a thought, and let it move through you. Number one, don't get super emotional about what other people have to say. Now, I do realize that when you realize that the masculine has been saying these things and letting their friends say these things and putting all of this shit in everybody's mouth, that can be a little bit more complex for sure. Because what I see here is these wild gazelle running and lightning fucking striking, and like, yeah, she's moving through it, guys, but it looks like there's a storm of brewing also. So, just little, this can be the thing. This can be the big honest thing that needs to come in, and the masculine needs to just fucking come out, come out and be like, boom, 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 boom. Like, again, what needs to happen a lot of times, like what I've been saying, which should be done, like by the sunset on the third day, it's the third day, right? I didn't receive any apologies. I didn't receive any flowers. I didn't receive any letters, fucking champagne. When I received nothing. No apology. No nothing. From anybody. There's a lot of you motherfuckers out there. Now, the reality of the situation is you need to come out with the truth. The truth will set you free. First, it's going to piss you off, but the truth will set you free. So you need to just come out with the truth. Because the feminine does actually end up hearing this from somebody else and you didn't say the truth. Prince of Swords, that's a classy block. That's a 0% moving forward. Any more messages for the collective? Two of Staffs. Yeah, that's a fucking find a new way forward, find a new path, okay? So you guys can create this new path together, or you can be on different sides of the fence. But I would say if you want to create strength, then that means you're going to have to sacrifice your ego, maybe your friends, right? If a lot of these friends did talk a lot of shit and have continued talking shit even after you've cleared some things up, that may be who you need to fucking cut off. And that may be something you have to choose. Do I want to choose? Do I want to sacrifice to have my Kuan Yin, to have my love, to have my compassion, to have my ultimate whatever from the universe? Do I want to have this gift from the universe? Then that means it's going to take sacrifice. Okay? That means you may have to sacrifice some people. Oh shit. Sorry. Hold on. Oh no, what did I do? Okay. The illumination, guys. So lights out. So someone might be getting their lights knocked out. Hope that's not you. Someone might be finding somebody, but yeah. Someone, again, guys, I was picking up on a lot of people, right? Someone is going to be passing away, for sure. But someone is going to get, someone, I don't know who did what, but lights out. Someone's going to get their lights knocked out for something they did. And you're going to just have to take it, okay? You may just have to take the beating. That may be your sacrifice. You may have to take that beating because you may have done something that you earned an ass whooping. I don't really know, guys. Let's see what sacrifice has to say. Honored as the Holy Mother of Compassion, Kuan Yin is one of the most beloved goddesses of China. Instead of allowing herself to enjoy heaven's delights, Kuan Yin vowed never to leave the earth until the last human was free from pain, sacrificing herself for the greater good of all. A surrender to higher principles, higher goals, self-abnegation, taking care of others, sacrifice in order to gain wisdom, empathy. Okay, so you guys may have to sacrifice a bit of ego in order to be more empathetic. Okay, and if you hurt feminine and you did all this stuff and she's judging you and her judgment is, I'm fucking pissed, you may have to say, okay, all right. Maybe the answer is to ask her, what do I need to sacrifice to make you feel better, right? This is a different type of, since we're moving into a new era, right, where goddess, great, where we need to balance out the masculine and the feminine energies in the collective. That means we need to be more of service to the goddess. If that means it's like, well, what do I need to sacrifice? Do I need to sacrifice going out with my friends? Do I need to sacrifice this fucking side job or this side hustle? Do I need to sacrifice doing this or eating that or saying this or doing that, or maybe my fucking games or my phone for a day or whatever, right? Whatever it is. Be like, what can I give up for you? See where that gets you. Might get you a lot farther. Because either you're going to sacrifice the connection and the relationship, or you're going to sacrifice some people and some things that did those bad things, that were running those thoughts, those words, those actions, you know? So for some of you guys, that may mean that you sacrifice a lifestyle or a job, a location, some family members, like, yeah, friends. That may be what it is. You know, you have to make a decision. What is more of a sacrifice? Your comfort or your growth? What are you willing to sacrifice for? That's like back to this Christ consciousness. Like, what are you willing, right? Like, for instance, women will sacrifice their happiness, their time, their energy, whatever, to help a man build his business, his self, all that. Like, the women will sacrifice themselves, their happiness, their joy, their business, their everything. Their body, everything. They will sacrifice everything to help a man. But when it comes time to be the other way around, a man is the first one to sacrifice his woman for other pleasures or for himself or for something else. First thing he will sacrifice is that woman, because he know that that woman stood there. And so what happens is when people realize you're always there, they think that they can always come back to get another new recharge until they can't. Until you're like, actually, I'm the Empress and I got married and now I'm going to have somebody else's baby. So actually, you can't come back. There's nothing here for you, son. And it's like that type of energy. And that's like a quick judgment, right? But this is the energy, right? This is the energy of whatever it is for the collective, yeah. Somebody got caught in temptation, okay? Caught in temptation, okay? It doesn't have to be a younger woman, but somebody with a more juvenile words and actions, maybe somebody that likes to gossip. It can be, I'm picking up strong male energy, but like, is like bitchy, likes to gossip or talk like a woman, like a bitch. Yeah, but they definitely have a dick, okay? But they like to stir shit, okay? They like to stir shit, and they wanted your love or attention. For some of you guys, this can be a very close friend or somebody like this that fits this key. They did not want you to have your love. They were going out of your way to make you sad, to keep you in this depressed state and saying, look at all these other options that you have. It's all good. You have all these other options. Don't you want to dream with me this bigger, better dream over here? No. They don't want to dream with you that bigger, better dream because you're gay. This other person, yeah, this other person is gay for them. And they made them abandon. They made them abandon what the thing that they loved, that they should have been defending. And now they're in this mental torture. They're in this mental construct of this prison. And they're sitting there with this fucking person that was sneaking and lying and hiding to them about being fucking gay for them or in love with them, whatever. I'm just sensing very strong same sex. This is a friend. This is a very close friend or family member, somebody you consider a very close friend or family member, somebody that you trusted, somebody that was like, no, I know you better than that. I know what will make you happy. Okay, walk away from them. But really, that wasn't the right thing. That's not what made you happy. The thing that's going to make masculine happy now is to actually walk away from this person and to go back to what their happiness is, to go to safety, which is feminine, which is divine feminine, and take the judgment. They don't care. They don't care even if they come back as a wounded warrior. They really don't care. They'll take her wisdom, Saraswati. They're willing to take her wisdom. Whatever she has to say, they're willing to take the judgment and the wisdom. Let's see what the sun says. The sun. In Russian mythology, the three Zorya are goddesses in attendance to the sun god, as well as bringing warmth and light to the world. The sun represents the brightness of intellect, creativity, and fertility, an expansive, life-affirming energy, creating relationships with children, fertility, love, masculine or yang energy. Yeah. So he's coming back, or coming in. Wisdom, Saraswati, because he sees you as the high priestess. Somebody sees divine feminine for who she is. Saraswati, the Hindu goddess of knowledge and culture, is the embodiment of true wisdom. Sitting upon her lotus throne, she symbolizes spiritual knowledge as well as the refinement of the arts. An interest in spiritual knowledge, a teacher who will share with you what you seek, or perhaps you are that teacher. Wisdom gained in graceful manner. For some of you guys, this masculine can be coming back, offering you this cup of love, saying, listen, I know that you're more spiritually advanced. I see you as the high priestess and the empress, and I am so in love with that. I'm so in love with you, and I don't know all of these things yet. but I'm not going to let that be the reason why I miss an opportunity with you. They may actually ask you to come in and teach them. Yeah. They want you to teach them a new path. They're interested in this new spiritual path. They're interested in your wisdom. They're interested in learning. They don't want to come in like a fuck boy or girl. They want to come in as a very balanced individual, okay? They don't want to be like, I'm a noob. You know, they're not completely a noob. They have been doing some studying. They have been doing some of that. But they are not, maybe they haven't found as intense of a passion for it yet, or they're wondering if their passion for this is just within feminine, but they love learning from you, feminine. They see you as this high divine source of wisdom. Saraswati, you guys could be making music together. You guys could love music. You guys could be into the same type of music. Saraswati is always with music. Okay, this person can be a magician, or play with instruments, or do some type of music. Want to offer you, take you somewhere to see some type of music, maybe? To a show or a concert. For some of you, some people might sing. They may want to perform. They may want to create a show or a song. They may want to, for many of you guys, they may not quite know how to express themselves properly, like via words or I don't know. For some of you guys, they may find it easier to express their love in a less traditional way, which is maybe through doing a performance, right? Maybe they wrote you a song or did something like this. They want to sing or perform or express themselves. Yeah. You have maybe helped them unlock something. Again, like playing an instrument or singing or some type of very interesting gift, okay? For some of you guys, this is a more traditional gift. Like I said, that's why I'm like, is it singing or an instrument or something? I'm not quite sure. But this is definitely something in your transformation that the feminine has helped to transform. This death and rebirth that has brought out this like special power in them, and they can actually be traveling with this, making money with this. Okay, this can be whatever feminine did, or whatever they unlocked here. This songs, dances, performance, whatever you're doing. Okay, I don't know. You know, for some of you guys, it can be some type of art or song or craft. It can be digital, you know, whatever. Take it as it resonates. This can actually be creating, it can be creating this, like for some of you guys, they may have not known how to get out of this traditional hell of like working or going to a job or working for somebody else or whatever. And what you did, feminine, is when you helped them go through this transformation, this dark night of the soul, and it gave them this special power or unlocked this special power, and now they're seeing that actually it's offering the 10 of Pentacles. It's actually something that they love so much, or that they didn't actually know that they love so much, is now able to actually provide the stability. Yeah. It's like when this transformation, when this dark night of the soul happened, yeah, it unlocked this magic power. It unlocked this magic power. They stopped fighting it. They stopped fighting it. They may have been fighting it for a while. For some of you guys, this can be something, this could have been something that they knew that they possessed before, or they felt like they possessed before, right? Like they thought that they had experienced it, or they had been offered the ability to work with it before, but maybe they weren't in the emotional, maybe there's a lot of things that were going on in regular life or real world that they weren't in the emotional state to be able to tap into it, you know? For some of you guys, it can be some type of magic power. It can be some type of words or thoughts, you know? It can be some type of telepathy or, yeah, helping people like this. Some type of magic power. Tell us what this is. Eight of Swords. Okay, so for some of them, it can be you taught them maybe how to navigate or reprogram their brain, right? Their mental construct better. Yeah. You taught them how to end maybe being in this over emotional or mental constructive situation. Before, they maybe used to worry a lot about what other people thought or would get really lost in their head. And what you did, maybe you gave them the confidence, maybe you believed in them when nobody else did, okay? Whatever you did for them, feminine, you unlocked like this world, this power. You unlocked this power, right? This magic. You helped them transform, right? You helped them transform something that they thought was needed to be money. You know, this had to be more sturdy and traditional, and actually it ended up being something completely different than they would have ever thought. But you unlocked the super magic power in them, or they unlocked it through whatever transformation you helped them unlock. And so now they're over here like, I have this whole new power. Before, it was my mental was blocking it, and now I'm up here like a whole new world. Look at this. A new fantastic point of view. That's just what I'm hearing. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. It's like they literally like unlocked. Yeah, they leveled up. It's like unlocked a new code, a new character, a new level. Yeah, it's like something that they were working on healing from that they don't even need to heal from anymore. It's like now they're actually able to offer this to other people to help other people to heal. It's like they don't even need to heal. Like you guys may be going around the world actually helping people to heal. Yeah. You may have a lot of options to do this, and that's why they're like, what do we want to do? Do we want to just stay here and be in love? Do we want to stay here and be in love, or do we want to save and defend the world? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Staffs and the Two of Cups. So first, they want to meet your passion with stability, okay? First, they want to meet your passion with stability and love, okay? They want to have this love, okay? First things first, you guys are going to be spending some time together, and they are going to defend that to the bitter end. This may have been like what it was, you know, you may have pushed them into something that helped them just birth this new thing, and that could have been what was holding them up, is they had to work all the time, and whatever you push them forward, whatever you push them towards, or whatever like happened, you know, that they forced themselves to do, or you forced them, whatever happened, right, is set up this Ten of Pentacles, and it's like birthing this whole new thing. And so maybe what it's done is it's just like it set you guys up. You guys are set up. Now this whole transformation, like you're magically set up. It's like you've been blessed. You've been blessed from the universe that now all you guys have to do or get to do, yeah, is spend this time together doing some emotional healing. Yeah, you guys can literally go and hide away from each other, but not from each other, from the rest of the world. You guys are ready to do that. It's like you don't need to receive the love or the emotion. You don't want to hear anything from anybody else. You guys want to work on your thing together. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you help them to create this stability. You help them maybe to take out the other, to take out the other, competitors or something like this. You help them to take everybody else off the playing board because of the new innovative way or something like this. Like you help them birth this new idea that changed the innovation, that took everybody off the fucking, all these people that were talking all this shit, and it's just turned the wheel of fortune. And it's just like, now you guys went from not knowing how something was going to happen and all these people and all this bullshit to like being rich, bitch, you rich, bitch, something like this. Wax me. Yeah, the moon. So yeah, it could have to do with helping people to maybe channel their emotions, right? Maybe this reciprocity. It could be, you guys could be coming together and sharing, sharing your love story, okay? Sharing your story of passion and connectivity. Yeah, the star. You guys are going to come together and share your story. And you're going to share this whole emotional story and triumph, and this how love wins, and how your guys' whole journey. This is really beautiful. This is really strong, like twin flame energy. And you guys are going to come together and you're going to share how all these people tried to break your heart and how all these things happened. And it's like the story of coming together. Come together right now over trees. So, yeah. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. The moon. Okay, so we didn't read the moon, so we'll read the moon. Diana. Diana. I feel like that's a song. I know Michael does like Dirty Diana or something like that, but the moon. In ancient Rome, Diana or Diana was honored as the goddess of the moon, as well as wild forests and animals. The changing moon reflects the cycles of nature and of life. Support of a woman who truly cares for you, intuition, the receptive aspects of the divine feminine, intense dreams. You could have been what their dream come true. You guys, you could have been the whole dream come true. The whole dream come true, because this is the feminine energy. So this is ultimately the balance between the masculine and the feminine. Receptive aspects. So that's interesting, because in the beginning, all the deities that were coming through were like these masculine deities. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Masculine is finally realizing that the stability is coming from having feminine by their side. It's like that saying, behind every good man is a better woman, or whatever, you know, like it's about a support system. Yeah, for some of you guys, this is somebody that is coming back from the past, a past soulmate, past life love. This can be also has family, something to have to do with family. They may want to start a family with you. They want to become the family, yeah. They want to transform this, okay? They want to birth a new family with you. They see nobody else as smart or as intelligent or as in tune as feminine. And people have been trying to put a lot of people in front of them. For some of you guys, there could have been a problem, like they may have gotten somebody else pregnant. Somebody got pregnant. So either somebody got pregnant. For some of you guys, if somebody did get pregnant, you need to do a test. You need to test who the actual father is, or something like this. This is for somebody, yeah. Again, somebody like a teacher, or somebody, again, this can be somebody that was in the cult doing weird shit. That person is going to be passing away, okay? It's definitely somebody that is either a teacher, or that is pretending to be a teacher, or something like this, okay? Somebody that has been draining, succubusing or draining people's emotional or mental state, okay? Siphoning energy, yeah. This is basically galactic, cosmic justice coming into play. So, justice with Athena and contemplation. So for many of you guys, this person or people could be like the jury. The jury is meeting, right? The jury is meeting, 5 of staffs. And there's nothing like For certain people, they might want to, they maybe tried to defend, for some of you guys, they could have lied. They could have lied. They could still be lying about their emotions, okay? They could have lied. For some of you guys, there is a masculine, okay, that is fighting himself because he doesn't want to share his emotions, okay? They have maybe an abandonment wound. It can be from another marriage, or this can be part of what is blocking the movement towards this union also is this abandonment wound, okay? They don't want to fight. They want to, maybe they feel abandoned by feminine because feminine didn't fight. But maybe because obviously she didn't realize King of Cups, he wasn't sharing his emotions. He wasn't expressing his emotions, so that can't be a full-time job for feminine. Masculine has to express their emotions. Yeah, they're in their own mental space. And if that's where you're going to be, then deal with your own stuff, okay? Deal with your own stuff, masculine. Don't bring your mental bullshit to feminine saying feminine abandoned you, because that's not what happened, okay? She's just moving on to union. For some of them, they are on mental torture because they realize that they had a fight. For many of you guys, some people had a fucking fight, right? And justice is coming into play. For many of them, they may already be arrested. They may be going to jail or prison. They may be having some serious jurisdiction that's happening with the justice card and the contemplation. They are under watch, whatever you call this, monitorization, something like this. So they could be in a hospital or a jail. For some, somebody could be going to a hospital or jail. Somebody that was trying to put some type of spells or mental constraint on divine feminine or divine masculine, on breaking this, preventing the, preventing this union, trying to make them lose their house or their sanity, all of this, okay? Because they've done that, these people are now in mental prison, okay? For some of them, they can go into potentially like an insane asylum, okay? They may be they may be getting turned in by people that they thought were close or their friends. They may be getting turned into this insane asylum. So if that's something that you guys were trying to put out there for divine feminine, if you're trying to put out that she was abandoned, that she lost her house, or masculine, that they didn't come together, that they felt this abandonment wound, that they were over emotion, that they didn't care, okay? There's fives, 3 5s, okay, guys? 5 of Staffs in reverse. First, there was the 5 of Cups upright, 5 of Staffs in reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So what does that mean? That means these people are going to be having some pretty emotional turmoil, right? Because they tried to create fights, and they tried to make somebody feel abandoned, or they abandoned somebody, or tried to make somebody in this space mentally. So now this is coming back to them, okay? King of Cups. And I don't know that this masculine that they did this to, or this feminine that they did this to, is going to feel any type of fucking remorse at all because they did this. Yeah. No, they're just going to go on to their new life. 10 of Pentacles. They're going to cash in. Look at this feminine or masculine, whatever they are not dealing with that. They are like, listen, I'm moving away from this stuff. I'm going towards my union. I'm getting the 10 of Pentacles. Enjoy. Enjoy all that dumb shit, because I'm walking away. I'm walking away. Something like this. You can stay stuck fighting these people, but 3 5s is indefinite change, okay? So this is changing, but I don't know that it is changing for these people that put it on, or this other person that didn't express their emotions properly, that is staying in this mental state of torture. Okay, again, like I said, if you need to speak your truth to somebody, you need to speak your truth, okay? Even if someone's getting married or they're already married and you say, I always loved you and I don't know why I never told you, you need to just fucking say that. Admit it, bro. Like, whatever it is, admit it. Yeah. It's a word or an action that needs to happen, and it's literally driving somebody fucking crazy. They're having nightmares. They can't stop thinking about it. They are going mentally distraught about it. And the reason why is they feel like they don't have an ability to be victorious about it. They know they're just going to suffer more oppression, and it's going to take them more strength because they've already lost. They tried to make feminine or masculine wait for too long, and they're not waiting for those ships to come in. They're not waiting for false promises. They are not doing that anymore. You know. Hello, John. My design business is on hold. Nam Cream Ram was the teacher of Steve Jobs. Cool. So the reality here is that's why they are not sharing their emotions. Somebody doesn't want to share their emotions because they know that they may have taken too long. And that even saying I did all this work and I have all this passion, they don't know. They might actually, you may have multiple people coming in, and this other person may know that you, so for some of you, they may come in and try to say, let's work together, okay? Somebody may want to be working together. They may have a strong passion to work together with you. They may know that you have a good working principle, and they don't want to wait for you to wait for something to come in. Again, like John and all them, you know, like maybe they don't want to do that, right? Maybe something else is happening. For some of them, they may also know that you went away from them, right? They're a little bit wounded, but they may know that they fumbled. They fumbled the divine, okay? They fumbled a gift that they got to change their life, and they fumbled it. And they know that, and they know instead of going away, they may want to figure out some way to be close and say, listen, I'm down to work towards whatever you need me to work towards, okay? And they may just, instead of telling you all of their feelings of how they feel, they may come in and just work with you. They may work with you, and they may never share. They may never share their passion, okay? For some of you guys, you will be getting some new job offers, okay? Again, for some of you guys, you can be moving, okay? You can be having, maybe for some of you guys, maybe having a destination wedding, or you may get an offer to move somewhere else. You may be going to a castle. I keep hearing this. They keep saying this, okay? You may be going to a castle. You may be getting married or having a party or an event at some type of castle or something like this. Yeah. But this person coming in is different, okay? This person is going to bring this beautiful movement, this union, this security in the physical, and this emotional, mental stability. Let's read movement, okay? She keeps coming out. Rhiannon, something like this, right? Movement. I think it's Rihanna, not Rhiannon, but Rhiannon. The British horse goddess Rhiannon is believed to appear to her followers while riding in an earthly white horse. In this way, Rhiannon symbolizes the unceasing force of movement, which pulls all of life along with it. Movement into the next phase of life. You are feeling impatient. Don't worry. Transitions will go smoothly. Career advancement. Good timing. Yeah. So for some of you guys, you can be coming into this new union or partnership, okay, with also your business. Okay? And boom, boom, boom. Amazing. Anything else you need to tell us? Yeah, you guys are about to get all your wish fulfillment, okay? Because you knew what you wanted, and you stuck to what you wanted, and you knew what you weren't willing to accept and what you were willing to accept. Remember to read the fine print. They are telling me to read the fine print. And don't be afraid also, guys, to renegotiate. Renegotiate contracts if necessary. Don't be so quick to make an action. Any more messages for the collective, please, and thank you. The Princess of Swords. Yeah, don't be so quick to act, but also Ask more questions. Ask the right questions. Figure out what questions you need to ask. Ask a lot of questions, and make sure you know all the answers. And make sure you're also having somebody else, right? Don't fight with people, but have somebody else that maybe can help you to read any type of contract or agreement or anything like this, okay? Yeah, again, I keep getting the Prince and the Princess of Swords. So it's something that you need to think about before you take action. Do not just take action. Yeah. And for some of you guys, there can be a large justice that's coming in towards these people that were deceiving you. Yeah. They may have taken something that was your intellectual property or something like this, and justice is coming into play. Again, they're going to have to pay back everything plus some, including you're gonna cash in, Collective, for the emotional damages. Emotional damage. You're gonna cash in. And this new cup of love is going to be everything. Yeah, you're gonna have this beautiful. It's gonna bring you emotional stability, yeah, and love. Look at this. So for many of you guys, this cup of love, this is the thing that you love, that you are the most passionate about, right? It is. For many of you guys, this is for masculine. This is this beautiful feminine. This is this divine feminine that you have been calling in. This love, this lover, this, you know that feminine, by her, you know that she is the alpha and the omega, right? You don't need to contemplate about it anymore. You know what it is. They're coming in to offer this cup of love. You are their wish fulfillment, okay? They are on their way to you. I'm guessing movement is probably the Chariot, okay? So they are rushing in very quickly to you to lock it down. Yeah. They don't want you to feel abandoned. They don't want to feel, they may be alone. They may have been alone for a while. They don't want to feel like this anymore. You may feel like home to them. You may feel like home to them. There may be a quick decision they need you to make. You may have to make a quick decision or judgment, okay? Make sure that you really think about that and you think it through. They may be asking you to sacrifice something, and you need to decide, okay? Whether I'm talking to masculine or feminine, you need to decide what that is that they're asking you to sacrifice, because it's not necessarily necessary, okay? So for some of you guys, there may be another way or another gray area, loophole, or solution, because there may be something that you may need to sacrifice. I don't know what that is. Like, for instance, if you get offered a job position in a different fucking country, you may have to sacrifice, you know, like, I don't know what that is. For each his own. You're going to know when it comes, or it's already come, whatever, you're going to know. Any more messages for the collective? My phone's going to die, so can't be that much more messages. Can't be that much more messages. You just got to, you got to try to email me, John. I forget my traumatic brain injury. I forget a lot of things. Someone from the past is coming back very healed, or you may have finally healed from this past, this death and rebirth. But I feel like someone is coming back as this new person, this new transformed person from the past. Okay? They've healed. They've done a lot of healing work. They've done a lot of transformation, okay? This is someone you may have known for a long time, very soulmate, twin flame, very connected energy, very old connected energy. Yeah, this person wants to offer you, they're now ready to offer you the stability and this love. They're going to say, you are my stability. Basically, you don't exist without it. Yeah. They have no strength without you. With your love missing, they may come in and tell you that. They may come in and say that they had this awakening, and they realized, like, whatever they thought they needed to be doing isn't what they needed to be doing. And they may just be willing to be like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm coming to wherever you are and ready to do whatever you say. I'm not fighting. I'm not going to fight you or anybody else anymore. You are like my wish fulfillment. You're the Ten of Cups. You're the happy ending. So I know that I have to figure out. I know part of my transformation is saying to be supportive of you and whatever you're doing, and they realize that the strength is coming from you. It's like they've tried to tap so many things. They've tried to tap passions. And everybody is like juvenile. So what they're feeling, what they're experiencing here, you guys, is a very old soul connection. Okay, very old soulmates, and they're like, nobody has love like I have or you have to offer. Nobody has passion towards something like you do, or like it's like they can't find this. They can't find this union. They can't find this unity, this connectivity in anybody or anything. It doesn't matter. And they keep trying to try new things. For many of them, they could have said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Now they've just become, for many of you guys, where they could have been apprenticing, they could have been learning something before. They may have now mastered it, okay? They may have now mastered it. Because normally this is like the apprentice working, but it looks like she's just like playfully painting, right? She's enjoying it. The moon, yeah. A love again. So yeah, so this person knows, like, they may have fallen to temptation or something like this, or this could have been a problem. This could have been a problem for them in the past. It could have created a lot of problems for them in the past. It could have left them single many times in the past. Or they could have been defending themselves as if they were single when they weren't, instead of defending the feminine. And this is what's coming in. They may also see that, like, many people are just very liminal. Like, they want the love or the attention, or they just want to fuck, but there's nothing past that. There's nothing past that. They can't feel something the same. Yeah. And they're just, it's not satiating. It's like this fuck boy, fuck girl, this just fucking to come or whatever, to get out, like a fake connection is just not doing it for them. They can't do it. Yeah. It's like they need ancient wisdom. They need to learn. They need to connect, you know. I feel that, like, being such an old soul. It's just like, first I'm sapiosexual, then of course, like, aesthetics, right? Because I'm an artist and a creator, like, that's part of it. But, like, how you talk, how you speak, how you hold space, like, how your presence is, like, how you choose to be close or not be close, how you choose to touch or kiss or whatever, you know, like, all of these things are part of it. And yeah, like, people that are just super in and out, or that are super disconnected from, you know, sharing this sacred, you know, like, there is different types of sex magic. There is sex magic that people are using to siphon energy from others. And there's also very sacred sex magic, which is what it's supposed to be, which is about being able to manifest things together, right? You're not able, like, this is ending, right? Feminine is now defending that, like, the ancient energy is now defending that. And so this energy is not going to be able to, like, it's not sustainable to last here any longer, and that's part of the situation at hand. And so these, you know, it's like I keep seeing all these Dracula clips. You know, it's like this very ancient, this love where it's like they're committed through time. It's like I've searched and crossed oceans of time to find you again. And that is this energy coming in, and they're not going to take this. Now, for some of you guys, I am picking up that this person could be fighting or teaching somebody a lesson that did something to hurt you. There could be many people that took things or hurt you or something like this, okay? And they are going down. There's multiple groups or rings or crews or something like this that's going down, okay? And part of the reconnectivity of the divine feminine and masculine union is actually this, right, is actually the end of the parasitic groups or crews or whatever that are doing all of this. Interesting. Let me pull some of these conversation cards. The Golden Mirror. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Yeah. So whoever was doing this, many of you guys could have gotten out, especially if you're empathic, gotten out of narcissistic relationships, because this came out opposite. So know that there is also somebody that may try to re-enter that is an ex for a reason, the Grim Reaper. This relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. So know the difference. You will know the narcissist right away. You will know the difference of which is the narcissist, which is over, and which is the new one you're ready to date, okay? You're going to know, okay? Meeting somebody new, dating, get back out there, plan and set a date, okay? This person can be trying to set a date with you. For some of you guys, you could be planning a date like they want to, like they're going to come in so hard and tough, so whatever, you know, yeah. They're like abundance, keep positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude, bliss. They are manifesting you. They're manifesting you. You are their twin flame. Yin and yang, zen and balance, unity, duality, coupling, complement each other. They don't want this. They see this was in reverse, keys in a ring, okay? They don't want this. They know the key. They know that you are their key. Many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stands. Okay, yeah. Whoever comes in with this energy, there's two different energies. There could be multiple different energies, but there's two main energies, okay? Someone you're going to know right away is your twin flame. The other one you're going to know because how the passion is between you, okay? Not sexual chemistry, passion. Not physical attraction, not sexual attraction, actual passion, okay? Insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. You will not question. You will not question when that person picks up the phone. You will not question when that person goes. You will not question because you will know without a doubt that this is the chemistry is insane. That there is no other like this. When this masculine enters, and yes, the masculine has to enter because the masculine has to say, I choose you. I choose you, right? They may have been wasting a lot of time. It doesn't take time. The only thing that takes time is you to fucking make the time, okay? You guys could have been not spoken for a long time. They thought that they needed time to heal or were taking time to heal or that you wanted time to heal. Separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning. They're unsure of the future. Okay, yeah. They're unsure because they didn't say what they needed to say, which is, I like you. I like you a lot. I love you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirting. They want to date you. They didn't express this to you. They never have expressed this to you, maybe for some of you guys. That's why I said it could be a friend or somebody that you work with. Somebody that you didn't know. Or they never expressed their romantic feeling. They never shared that they liked you. They may have actually been playing some, like, pretending as if they didn't because they liked your attention. The Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transform, grow, changed mind. For some of you, after they could have watched you for a while because they may have had the stalker vibe, they could have changed their mind, okay? And now they have fallen in love with you. Maybe before they were making fun, and as they've watched you over time, they've all fallen in love with you. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. And before they were really upset because they were hoping that Feminine Collective was going to be, I'm so in love with you, I'm so in love with you. And that didn't happen. Feminine chose herself. Feminine chose to love herself instead. And they, for some of them, if they are ego-driven, they couldn't handle that. Their ego had to go out and get as much attention as they needed from every other fucking stanky pussy that they could or whatever, I don't know. But they needed to go and get that reassurance, that attention from all their dudes, from all these chicks. They needed to get that attention. And the The real masculine is like, no. No. I know. The real one knows. So if someone has made you feel less than, if someone has made you doubt your worth, if somebody has fucking gaslit you so hard that you think you're the narcissist, that's not your person. That's not your person, okay? That's not your person, okay? That is the narcissist, golden mirror, love bombing, self-absorbed narcissist. And that is the person. That is not the one you want to let back in collective. So, yeah. Know that your soul wants to expand, as I always say. Leave that VIP parking for that very important person, not the fucking dusty ass, temporary, in and out burger. No. Don't do that. Okay, guys? As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. My name is Zoe. If you like what I'm doing here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out my Instagrams and follow them below. Also, my Give, Send, Go. If you like what I'm doing here, please drop me. Every little bit helps as I donate my energy here. I appreciate other forms of energy exchange and donation from you guys. However that is. Liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing is all free forms of energy exchange, but that doesn't help me pay my bills. So if you have monetary forms of energy exchange, my PayPal and my Gives and Go are in the information box below. As always, you guys, sending you lots of love, infinite blessings, love, and light as we're working through this light activation. I send you positive vibrations, yeah. Keep on pushing, keep on trucking. As always, you're doing a great job. If you are doing the work, I'm very proud of you. Keep on going. You are appreciated, you are seen, you are heard, you are honored, and you are loved. Thank you guys for being here. Smoochie boochies. Ciao for meow. Zoe out.